What's going on, YouTube? See what we got from the title and thumbnail, man. It's just in case you didn't see it, let me show you again. You know what I'm saying? Bron out here. You know what I'm saying? He making statements. I think he said that. I don't know. Maybe Uncut Hoops just putting that in the title, or the thumbnail. I believe Bron had less help than MJ, man. If you look at the dominance that MJ's team had, you know, in that era, come on, man. It was 72-10. 72. That's it. That's it, man. Come on, let's get into it, though. Let's get into it. I'm not gonna talk too much in the intro. Still not new. Still new to this. Not true to this yet. Soon be true to this. Stay tuned.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And today I'm back with another video. This time we're talking about the LA Lakers and how recently they acquired Russell Westbrook, forming a super team and a big three.
This was a little minute ago, y'all. Like 2 years ago, I think.
On AD and Russ. Now with Westbrook going to LA, LeBron James, once again, they stacked roster, which is a pretty common theme throughout his career. And as you guys know, LeBron James is constantly compared to Michael Jordan. And after
that's a stacked roster, man.
As many people wondered,
it's stacked, but
with that much help, and which these
Russ ain't playing to where he needs to be playing
throughout their careers. Today in this video, we're gonna answer that question and run through both these players' careers and their best teammates. And at the very end, I'll give my verdict as to which player had more help, LeBron James or Michael Jordan. So first up in this video, let's go back to LeBron James and his first stint with the Cleveland Cavaliers, which was from 2003 till 2010. And during this time period, LeBron had very little help, and his were always suspect and in flux. And the best players he had during the stretch were Big Z, Bill Williams, an old Ben Wallace, a washed Shaq, Larry Hughes, and Anderson Varejao.
Give me that weak ass shit, AI. I'm sorry.
Larry Hughes. And
don't put that weak ass shit up there, AI.
Definitely not the best supporting cast if looking to win championships, but even with that being the case, LeBron during this time period made one finals appearance in 2007. I think this time period in Cleveland, nobody really holds against LeBron James, because once again his rosters were subpar and average at best. Now in 2011, that would all change as LeBron James took his talent to South Beach, teaming up with D Wade and Chris Bosh. And during this 4-year stretch, he played with some pretty good talent, of course Wade and Bosh, but also Ray Allen, Mario Chalmers, as well as Shane. Now looking at 2015, he'd go back to Cleveland, once again from a big three with Kyrie and Kevin Love, and would seem like every role player in the NBA. We had J.R. Smith, Iman Shumpert, Tristan Thompson, and tons of shooters on this Cavs roster.
Yo, Uncut Hoops, bro. Don't be just yo, bro. Iman Shumpert was alright back then. JR was alright back then, but he was doing a whole lot of dumb shit. Like Tristan Thompson, he overpaid like a motherfucker. Like it's things like that, bro. Things like that. You know, I understand they decent role players.
In this Cavs team, unlike Miami,
need more information before I start chatting.
They definitely were a big three, even if Kevin Love was underwhelming. And during this time period, LeBron, as you know,
I could agree with that.
That being in 2016.
All right, you guys, let's listen up. We won a game yesterday. If we win one today, that's 2 in a row. We win one tomorrow, that's called a winning streak. It has.
Nah, Uncut Hoops. Don't get me tight, cause now I look like you dickying. And I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it how I see it. Word. Like, what's going on? What's going on? What's all this? What's all this? Like, what? My son Bron won. He won some shit. Come on, stop it. Like, what are we talking about? This is crazy right now, man. Could be a joke with that, but come on, it's a bad joke. Bad joke. Bad joke.
I got a feeling things are about to turn around for us.
And near the end of this run in 2018, he had a massive roster overhaul, trading guys like Isaiah Thomas, Jay Crowder, and moving guys like Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance, and other average role players.
Look at that shit.
Now after 2018, LeBron once again would leave his former team, heading out west to play for the Lakers.
No! We suck again!
And in these past 2.5 years,
Cavs figure all right now.
Davis, Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Rondo, Kuzma, as well as Dwight Howard on his rosters. And most recently, he's added Russell Westbrook to the mix of those players that he's played with in LA. And once again, like I said, this Lakers team, I think, is a super team based off that superstar talent.
Where did this take go? Uncut. Where did this take you? You know? You think that was the super team, right? What are they, 21 and 25? 22 and 25? That ain't no damn super team, man. Niggas suck. They suck. You gonna call it how it is. They suck. You know? Ain't no super team, man. Maybe they may have the talent. Ain't no super team, no, man. No super team ain't gonna be playing like this, man.
Third time in LeBron's career, he has a solid big three that should win at least one championship. Now for a quick summary of LeBron's best teammates, here are the all-star players he's played with in his playing career. You have Anthony Davis, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, and Big Z, all multiple-time all-stars. You also have Mo Williams, who's a one-time all-star, and now you have Westbrook, also joined LeBron James. And some notable role players, you have Ray Allen, J.R. Smith, Larry Hughes, and Kyle Kuzma. So that right there is a quick summary of LeBron's help throughout his career. It's a very solid list, but is it more help than Michael Jordan had? Now looking at Jordan in his career, he played 13 years in Chicago and 2 years in Washington. And I'm going to break this down in different ways, looking at 4 different segments with both those teams. The first segment, think from 85 to 87, when Jordan for the most part was a young and rising star. And during this time period, his best teammates were Orlando Woolridge, a very good scorer, an old George Gervin, Charles Oakley, as well as Dave Corzine. And at this point in time, the Bulls were a one-man show being led by Jordan.
I broke my back, spinal.
And it wasn't until 88 they got some young blood, that being Scottie Pippen, as well as Horace Grant. And from 88 to 93, this Bulls team changed drastically. They got much better depth, and both their two stars, Pippen and Jordan, matured into all-star MVP level players. But once again, during this time period, the Bulls, they were not a super team, they were just a very good team, being led by the best player of all time. Now after Jordan came out of retirement in 95 and 96, he would arguably have his first ever super team.
But
that being with Dennis Rodman, Scottie Pippen, Tony Kukoc, Ron Harper, Steve Kerr, and other good veteran role players. And of course, that Bulls team won 72 games and dominated the NBA. And that core group would play 3 years together, winning 3 straight championships. And really the only time you could argue they were a super team was that 96 season. As in 97-98, specifically 98, the Bulls started aging pretty badly, and their star players were in their mid to late 30s.
I can't even breathe. I haven't felt my legs since the second quarter.
fair enough. Fair enough. You know what I'm saying? Fair enough, Uncut.
You got it.
Fair enough.
Oh God! Oh, I can't go on.
I guess it's for your humor.
Jordan's time in Washington,
You know what I'm saying?
the best players he played with were Rip Hamilton and Jerry Stackhouse. Both very good scorers in their own right, who roughly averaged 20 points per game. But in Washington, he didn't have nearly as much help as he had in Chicago. And if you want to make a quick summary of Jordan's best teammates, you have Scottie Pippen, a 6-time All-Star, Dennis Rodman, Orlando Woolridge, Tony Kukoc, Charles Oakley, Rip Hamilton, Jerry Stackhouse, as well as Horace Grant. And you also have John Paxson, Bill Cartwright, as well as Ron Harper, as very good veteran role players. So Jordan in his own right had some pretty stacked rosters and consistent all-star help for the majority of his career. Now for the best part of this video, let's see who had more help, LeBron or Jordan. And when talking about help, what I'm going to look at first is the all-star caliber players both these guys played with. And looking at their big threes, Jordan played with one big three, that being Pippen and Rodman, which debatably wasn't a big three.
That's what you're going to use, bro. It's a different era, bro. You can't see. Come on, bro. Don't do that. You can't do that because now it's a different era. There's big threes all over the NBA, you know. It was a big four. You know, Bron was versus a big four, you know. So what are we talking about? It's a whole different league now, my brother. You can't do it by by how many big threes they had. You know, that's a bad way to analyze this.
By 98. LeBron played with 3 big threes, the first one being D-Wade and Chris Bosh, which much like Pippen and Rodman, kind of fell off towards the end. He also had Kyrie and Kevin Love, and most recently, Anthony Davis, as well as Russell Westbrook. And purely looking at superstar help, LeBron James in his career definitely had more than Jordan ever had. And Jordan in Chicago won 6 championships, all as being with 1 All-Star player. LeBron James only has 2 championships with 1 All-Star. Jordan...
It's a different league, though, my boy. You gotta take that into account. It's a different era. The players is wilding out, scoring is crazy. You know, production is going up. Everybody's just doing more. The pace is higher. I think pace is as high as it's ever been. Am I bugging? Someone let me know if I'm right about that. You know, so production is gonna be at its highest, bro. Things like that. So going up in the years, pace goes up, production goes up. Things like that. So more superstars are born. More people are averaging 20. You know, things like that. It's a different era, but you can't compare it like this, man.
Has three-peated twice with 1 All-Star, and LeBron James has 0 three-peats with only 1 All-Star. Also, one of the big differences is LeBron in his era has kind of self-engineered a lot of his championship teams and a lot of his rosters.
Nah, yeah, he be doing bad.
Jordan, his championships,
He be doing bad,
and they were
Bron.
built from the ground up. And as you guys know, Jordan, he won with the team that drafted him, and LeBron left that team not once, but also twice. Those are some pretty major differences that separate Jordan and LeBron when it comes to teammate help. And specifically looking at Jordan, he played 13 years in Chicago, and not once from Jerry Krause did he ask for a trade or demand any players be drafted or traded for. And like you guys know, during that time period, he never left the Bulls to play for another team.
You ain't lying.
Now looking at LeBron,
So,
his
bro,
path
this
has
nigga.
been very different. He's played on 3 different teams, he left Cleveland twice, and he's overhauled rosters also twice, his first year in LA and his last year in Cleveland. And really in 2011, he started the new era of super teams that were constructed through free agency. And one of the cliche
Nah, he did that.
NBA,
He did that.
all
That's a fact.
championships are not
That's a fact.
created
He started the wave.
equal.
He definitely started the wave with super
Both their
teams.
path to
You know,
championships have been very different. And I think when it comes down to it, LeBron James has had more help than Jordan, looking at the superstar he played with, as well as the role players and the supporting cast that he's had throughout his career. I mean, LeBron put on some all-time great teams with some stacked rosters, and a lot of the times, he's the reason that team has those.
okay, so now let's do this. I guess, I mean, in the way you're putting in more help, more superstar help, there's more superstars in the league now. So he's gonna have more superstar help. But if we're talking about the teams, like just if we say any of LeBron's teams versus that '96 Bulls team, you think Bron winning that? You think Bron winning that? And then we could talk about it, because what they had, 4 of the best defenders in the league, you know? Then we could talk about it, bro, because the argument is the '96 Bulls versus Golden State Warriors. That's what they talk about. That's the level that the '96 Bulls are on. And I done watched Michael now. I understand how different he is, you know? But it's a team sport at the end of the day, bro. There's 5 people on the court. You need help. You need help. When Jordan had no help, he ain't go to the finals. When Bron had no help, he went to the finals, though. That's what I'm saying. Why ain't he show no love about that? You know what I'm saying? It's some things that give me the biased vibes, you know? But it was fair play. He gave a little funny clip for the for Jordan and them being old, I guess. I don't really agree with that either, though. You know? Because they were still wilding. Still wilding. You know? They was old, but it was giving them youngins that work. I'm seeing it now. You know? It is what it is. Let's get back into it.
And when you contrast that with Jordan, who won 6 championships in 13 seasons with the Bulls, it really is hard to beat that. And the fact that he only had one player, that being Pippen, that makes it even more impressive. Also, Jordan, his time, really never had an ISO scorer that he could pass to and relieve himself of the offensive duties. LeBron in his career has played with at least 3 of those.
Come on, bro. We know that's just the differences in their game. Jordan is the elite scorer, an elite scorer. We know this. Bron is a pass first type of guy. That's been come on, bro.
Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, as well as D Wade from
Give me
2011
that.
to 2013. And again, one of the big differences is LeBron James self-engineered his rosters, and Jordan built it organically. And basically since 2010, the fact that LeBron leaves teams every 4 years is kind of a slight when comparing with Jordan. So to end this video, I'll put it like this. Jordan in his career had one All-Star who basically played with him for a decade stretch. LeBron James has had multiple All-Stars throughout a 10-year period. And unlike Jordan, he has left those All-Stars numerous times. And when it comes down to it, LeBron James has had more help than Jordan had in his career.
You have chosen wisely.
So that right there is the end of the video. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Who do you think had more help, LeBron or Jordan? And who do you think's championships are more impressive? Now with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time.
Hold on, y'all. We got to talk. We got to talk, man. The help thing is tricky. It's tricky. So if you want to say superstar talent, of course Bron had more superstar talent, superstar help, you know. But in terms of the team being dominant and dominating their era and their competition, Jordan had that team. He had that team. They played together well, you know. The chemistry they built. It wasn't even chemistry because I guess they got the whole new team. Mad different times. Things like that, bro. It's things like that. But if you enjoyed this reaction, man, let me know how y'all feel in the comment section, man. I might debate some of y'all if I disagree, you know. Or I might like the comment if I do agree. You know what I'm saying? And I'm out of there, y'all. Oh, hold on. Let me do my outro, John. Now I'm out of there. Now I'm out of there. Word.